Today is December 23rd, 2025, and Liverpool Football Club find themselves at a defining junction of their season. Not because of a dramatic defeat, not because of a crisis in results, but because in the space of a single day, Liverpool's short-term plans, tactical balance, and January priorities have all been reshaped by events that cannot be coached away. This is a day where Liverpool have lost a key attacking figure for months. A day where the manager has publicly challenged a rival club over player safety. A day where squad depth has been tested to its limit, just as the fixture list tightens. And a day where the January transfer window has quietly moved from optional to relevant. This briefing will walk through everything that happened today, on the pitch, in the press room, inside the medical department, and behind the scenes, with context, football insight, and clarity. No speculation beyond what was reported today. No summaries at the end. This is the full picture. The defining Liverpool story of December 23rd is the confirmation that Alexander Isak will be sidelined for at least 2 months. This is not precautionary. This is not a minor setback. This is a season-shaping injury. Liverpool manager Arne Slot confirmed today that Isak has suffered a fibula fracture and ankle injury sustained during Liverpool's recent Premier League victory away at Tottenham Hotspur. The injury occurred in the most bittersweet of circumstances. Isak scored, Liverpool surged forward, and in the same attacking phase, he was caught by a high-speed defensive challenge. The result was immediate damage, subsequent surgery, and now a lengthy rehabilitation timeline. Slot confirmed today that the operation was successful and that Isak is expected to return before the end of the season. But the key phrase is before the end, not soon. At minimum, Liverpool are planning for January and February without him. And that changes everything. On paper, losing a striker is damaging. In context, losing Isak right now is destabilizing. Liverpool are already preparing for the absence of Mohamed Salah, who is away at AFCON. That departure removes not just goals, but structure, the gravitational pull that defines Liverpool's right side. Isak was not merely an additional forward option. He was becoming the central release valve in Slot's system, a vertical runner who stretched defensive lines, a focal point for early progression, a forward capable of finishing without extended build-up. Without Salah and without Isak, Liverpool are now short of 2 players who dictate how opponents defend them. This is where injuries stop being medical problems and start becoming tactical ones. Slot now has to answer a question he did not expect to answer this early in his Liverpool tenure. Do you try to replicate output through individuals, or do you reshape the system to distribute responsibility? Today's press conference was not emotional, it was controlled. Slot described the injury as a big blow, but immediately shifted toward process, recovery, and belief in squad depth. This was not denial, it was leadership. But Slot did not stop at the medical update. He also addressed the tackle that caused the injury, describing it as reckless and suggesting that it carried an unacceptable level of risk. This was not an offhand remark, it was a calculated statement. By framing the challenge publicly, Slot did 3 things at once. He defended his player, he acknowledged the emotional impact of the injury, he placed player safety back into the conversation. Tottenham's camp responded swiftly, rejecting the idea of recklessness and framing the challenge as part of modern high-speed defending. That disagreement played out publicly today, and while it will not change the injury, it does underline how elite football continues to struggle with the line between intensity and risk. For Liverpool, however, the argument is secondary. The reality is absence. This is where today's reporting becomes particularly important. Slot spoke positively about Hugo Ekitike, highlighting his work rate, development, and growing influence in training and matches. This was not accidental praise. When managers single out a player during a moment of adversity, it usually means one thing: responsibility is coming. Ekitike now moves from option to requirement. But this is not a like-for-like substitution. Isak stretches games vertically, Ekitike connects them horizontally, which means Liverpool's attacking shape will change. Expect more emphasis on midfield runners arriving late, wide players rotating inside rather than isolating fullbacks, longer spells of possession rather than early verticality. This will test Liverpool's patience and Slot's ability to manage tempo. As if losing Isak were not enough, today also brought clarity and an uncertainty elsewhere in the squad. Slot confirmed, Cody Gakpo remains unavailable, Joe Gomez continues his recovery, Wataru Endo is still sidelined. Meanwhile, Connor Bradley is rated 50-50 for the weekend. Florian Wirtz is expected to be available despite a recent knock. This matters because Liverpool are not just missing goals, they are missing flexibility. Gomez's absence limits defensive reshuffling. Gakpo's absence reduces forward rotation. Endo's absence narrows midfield control options. What Liverpool do have is a group that is physically stretched but mentally unified, and that distinction matters during the festive period. Liverpool host Wolverhampton Wanderers next, and this is not a throwaway fixture. With injuries mounting and AFCON underway, this match becomes a test of game management, squad depth, emotional regulation. Wolves are not a side you overpower casually. They wait, they compress, they counter. Without Isak's vertical threat, Liverpool may need to build more patiently, protect rest defense more carefully, avoid turning the match into chaos. Training images released today show a focused group, compact sessions, high communication, visible intensity. This is a squad aware of what's been lost and what must now be protected. Today also brought a subtle but important shift in tone around transfers. According to multiple reports, including comments relayed from Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool have held internal discussions and exploratory conversations ahead of January. This does not mean signings are imminent. It does mean January is no longer hypothetical. Injuries have changed the calculus. Liverpool's recruitment philosophy remains cautious, value-driven, profile-specific. But the absence of Isak and Salah simultaneously creates a window where reinforcement becomes practical rather than reactive. Any January move, if it comes, will likely focus on short-term attacking cover, tactical compatibility, immediate availability, not star power, stability. Liverpool also issued a club notice today regarding Anfield's safety procedures, asking supporters to arrive earlier due to enhanced entry checks. This is not dramatic, but it matters. During periods of instability on the pitch, clubs often double down on operational clarity. It's part of maintaining trust, ensuring that matchday routines remain predictable even when the football isn't. It's another small signal of an organisation trying to keep its environment controlled. There was also financial commentary today suggesting the scale of valuation required for Fenway Sports Group to consider selling Liverpool. This remains speculative. No negotiations, no signals from ownership, but its presence in today's media cycle is not accidental. Liverpool are valuable because they are stable, competitively, commercially, culturally. And today, despite injury setbacks, that stability is what Slot is protecting most. December 23rd, 2025 will not be remembered for a match result. It will be remembered as the day Liverpool had to adjust, quickly, publicly and structurally. They lost a striker they were building around. They defended a player without inflaming a rivalry. They clarified injuries without panic. They acknowledged January without committing to it. And they did so with calm. The coming weeks will tell us whether this calm is composure or merely the quiet before another test. For now, this is Liverpool's reality. This is the Anfield Agenda News. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Thanks for watching.